Here is a great engineer. Now, medieval era, we're still an era above on engineers. We're getting 27 points per turn. Culture bombing on industrial zones is probably the worst one of all of them, but Leonardo da Vinci, that is a better great engineer. That's going to give me a bunch more culture. I don't have Vatican. It doesn't matter where I use this engineer, so I might as well just use it twice. Whoever this unknown player is I haven't met yet, they are getting a lot of tourism per turn. Domestic tourism, that is, anyway. 113 per turn. Culture-wise, I've got to meet them fairly quickly, I think. Otherwise, we might be in a bit of trouble. There's another settler. So I've got one settler that's making their way over. I want to try and take this coal and the 2 fur resources. That's very handy. I'll have another settler sort of hugging the coast. I want to go for this coal over in that direction. Yeah, there's a lot of settlers all heading in very different directions here, but it should be fine. It doesn't matter when they settle, as long as I just keep pumping these settlers out whilst I can. Well, that's interesting. Ziggurats actually get another science with 4 farms. And obviously they get 1 extra science with 2 farms, but yeah, it stacks. Every now and then, sometimes modded civilizations will give you the bonus once and it won't accumulate after that point, but I like that. It's been coded really well. I mean, I should have expected. Taruga and Rome, of course it's Rome. We did know that, I think. I think we knew that, but it's still good to see them. Oh yeah, once kill was done, there's going to be a lot of science out there. This really is proving to be one of those games where I really should have gone science victory. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 scientific city-states. That would mean libraries are going to get a +4 bonus, universities +8. You can't argue with those numbers, but you can ignore them and go for a cultural victory anyway, which is what I'm planning on doing. Okay, my apostles have arrived. Where is the religion? 4 cities. Addis Ababa is the religious holy site. So I'll put 2 charges onto this city, then we'll remove it accordingly. I'm now getting 57 science per turn from my religious belief. It's probably growing by about a science per turn at the moment. As the population of the world starts to increase, my religion, of course, is based on followers, not on cities. So it's working really well. And look, and sweat it. It's just these cities will just randomly get founded, and suddenly before you know it, they will start to spread as well. Aid request, yeah, I'll join in with that. Why not? Let's do it. I think I'm generating carbon, so I can't just throw 1 gold and win it. I will take a penalty per turn, but it's not a problem. We'll go back and we'll give them a little bit of gold if it's an easy win. Oh, Ethiopia knows what's going on. They've made an apostle, and it's pretty beefy as apostles go. No issue, because we can just make sure they can't get to their own city. I'll spread my religion. Nope, I'm going to generate grievances. You're not going to like what I'm doing, but it is what it is. There's the era score. This is now my city, and they are now going to struggle to get my religion out of here. Mwahaha. Could actually go for theocracy to make it even better. I like a monarchy with a cultural victory though, because it emphasizes you to build walls with limes and all that sort of stuff. Oh, Scotland has appeared. Interesting. There's steam power. That means I can move across quickly, and replaceable parts from a spy. Excellent. Oh, it's very rare I actually get a spy working. Scotland's over here. Okay, we're gonna have to go and meet them so we can find whatever's going on, but that's interesting. People are still spawning into the game. Scotland, 540 AD, it's quite late. But I guess we're going through the ancient era now in terms of real life, and we're heading slowly towards the classical era. I don't know, 540, the Roman Empire has become the sort of Byzantine Empire, isn't it, by this point? So, do you still call that ancient? Probably is classical. I forget what the exact definition of it is, but what you're going to do. Oh, I thought that would do Ruhr Valley. Didn't. We'll have to wait. Patiently wait. Steel Great works as if 2 levels more experienced. Oh, yes. That'll come in handy later, maybe. We've got steam power, that's sorted. I'm going to go siege tactics now. We can just improve the walls. If I can get Renaissance walls in some cities, that'll do me nicely. A bit more tourism per turn. Oh, there's the apostle. It's decided to appear there. Okay, well, you're attacking me. I might see if I can let them attack once. I don't want it hiding back in the city, otherwise I won't be able to get out. We'll come back to that in a sec. Ruhr Valley in my capital, 20% bonus production and 1 extra production for each mine and quarry. Now, I think I've got at least 4 or 5 mines in this city, which is rare for me. Normally I put Ruhr Valley in a totally pointless place, and it's literally just the production potential on the percentages that matters. But no, that should be pretty damn good for me. 151 production we're up to now. Oh yes, that is lovely. How finished does that Forbidden City look? It's pretty finished, but I can do it in my capital in 6 turns, which is tempting. So I'm going to get rid of this ziggurat. Oh, I can always replace it later, but yeah, let's see if we can just get Forbidden City in 6 turns. It's going to be pretty impossible, I think, to get it that quickly, but we'll try. Yeah, I'm going to see if they attack me once again. I don't have the strength to attack twice here, unless I get more diplomatic visibility with Ethiopia. At the moment, I've got some intel on their movements. I have got an embassy there, but I can't do anything else right now because I'm allied to them, so we'll just have to... They've got so many settlers just kicking around. Why are you not moving them out? Come on. Really bugged AI. There's always one. There's always one that gets bugged. In this game, it's Ethiopia. Who knows why or how? All we know is just that it is. Let's just plonk my settler down onto that tile. Perfect. And then go to there. Great. We're going to settle somewhere overhead. Look at all these furs and coal. It's lovely. Yes, they attacked again. That means that their strength should be low enough now that I can double attack and kill their apostle, which means I can really spread my religion around into their lands. They have a 2-population city with no followed religion. Stop attacking my caravel. You've got wooden boats and mine is a massive ship of the line sort of thing. Leave me alone. Right, let's see if this gambit has paid off. We'll go 1 attack there and then finish off with this attack. Bam. Oh yeah, look at that. Look, already 1 city at very minimum. 2 cities have spread, and I think they should just have the 1 city now. Oh no, none of their cities follow their own religion. It's just Mayan cities. Perfect. We might have nipped that religion in the bud. Fingers crossed. Now, I think the Mayans will make their own religion at some point, but medieval prophets are notoriously difficult to get. Persia at some point will make their own religion as well. It's all good. It's all good. We'll just let these things play out. -7, this one says, but I reckon that'll be fine because, yeah, I've got 2 population and now I have 3 population. This city already is looking very, very good. In fact, so good that I could, in theory, now settle out into this area if I wanted to. Anything here that's worth it? No real luxuries on the bay apart from incense, which I do already have access to. Coal to the north. No, I think actually that little settlement there is probably fine for now. I'll keep on just, as you can see, I've got settlers sort of moving in all directions on my own continent. I've got one headed that way, one headed this way, so we're fleshing out these little areas. I've settled there. This city will be settled very soon as well. I don't want to settle on the actual furs themselves. I might go and settle on the coal. Well, I'll try to. They may be blocking me. I might have to go and settle on the third. Never mind. But I'm thinking if I settle on the coal, I can knock that tribal hut out, the Barb encampment out, and get myself a nice tribal bonus because of the Epic of Gilgamesh. Oh, I'm just going to treat Uruk to a chancery quickly because that is a bunch extra just of every yield because of autocratic legacy, but also more faith per turn. I've got another settler. Where am I going to kick another settler out? I'm going for the coal. Normally, if you just beeline coal, you will always do well. There's 1 settler out. We're going to move over in this direction. We'll go and settle over there. We'll stop Persia from getting onto that continent if we can help it as well. Conservation. Going to beeline this one. We get envoys, which is good. I also get the ability to put tourism down into my walls. I like tourism on walls. That is beautiful. I'll tell you one thing I will do very briefly, though. I'm just going to switch in Diplomatic League over Invention for literally a turn. Let's go and get something cheap like Naval Tradition. Perfect. And then I can go 1 to Geneva, 1 to Taruga, 1 to Mogadishu, 1 to Muscat, 1 to Hong Kong, 1 to this very difficult to say city-state, and bam! All of those now count for 2 envoys. And then I'll switch it back next term. Renaissance era! Okay, my faith is going to be put into something different that isn't monumentality, probably. But before we do that, there's a couple of things to talk about because Kilwa has been built. Kilwa is 3 envoys. That in itself is good. It is a 15% boost if I have a city-state that I am suzerain of that type, and another 15% in all cities if there are 2. Namely, because I have 2 scientific city-states, I now have 15% science in this city, as well as 15% science in all cities. That makes a huge difference. I also now have Geneva, which is another 15% science on top, because I am at peace. I've just jumped from about 200 science per turn to about 289 science per turn, literally in 1 turn. That is very, very handy. I'm now going to put an envoy into Jerusalem. That means I now have 2 faith city-states, and that means I'm now generating another 15% faith. That's brilliant. And Hong Kong gives me production towards city projects, but namely, it gives me a bit of exploration on this central bit. Oh, we have almost proven that the world is round. Almost. not quite. There's Rome, by the way. It'll be the monuments making all that culture and nothing else. Fair enough. And there is the world being round, just in a new age time. Perfect. Oh, Scythia and Ethiopia both in Dark Ages. That's quite interesting. Annoyingly, Babylon has gone gold again. Never mind. Now, do I want to go Hicksunk Draconis and settle big cities, or do I want to keep using my faith on settlers? I can build a settler every 3 turns or so at the moment, which is pretty good. I could keep spreading my religion. That would give me some science, but science-wise, I'm doing absolutely fine right now. That's not a problem. Or I could reform the coinage. I've only got 1 trader, but I could get more traders very quickly if I wanted to. Nope, I'm going to keep settling. I like it. I said I was going to get to about 15 cities. I'm 15 bang on the dot, and that's only because I faffed around and I've got a couple of settlers that have yet to settle. But we can go more than that. I think this era, I'm going to just throw my gold, throw my faith right into monumentality. I'm going to do my best to spend my golden faith on nothing else. I reckon we can get to about 25 cities, and from there we should have a good base to spread and to be happy in all things. Oh, this is going to be a really good city, actually. Let's just finish the Watt. That Watt is worth 2 science and 9 faith per turn. 9 faith per turn is huge. Oh, Rome has wine and tea. Oh, yes. The British experience. I love it. Oh, who just stole it? Jerusalem just got stolen. No. This is important to me now. That's worth 15% faith across my empire. That's 30 faith per turn. I don't want you to steal that. Me, no likey. Me, no likey at all. Let's move on to that coal. Look at that. Yeah, we should be safe to settle the city next turn. You know what? Just having a little bit of extra science on a farm is really handy. Just a tiny bit more, just little bits of science just creeping in across my nation here and there. Another Watt. Looking good. Oh, yes, we are very, very happy with how things are going. I need a couple of art museums. I don't think many artists have been taken into the game just yet. Just the one. Rome's got one, but that's fine. We're right in the right sort of age to be taking those on. Another holy site? Yeah, I reckon that's probably good. Oh, no. Look what it is. It's Vinville on my border. How could you? Filth. Oh, Babylon are asking to get conquered. That's what I say. Let's go for flight. Would I really declare war just because of seeing that on my border? Just the sight of just on my borders is enough to, yeah, no, I'm triggered. Oh no, Forbidden City got taken with 2 turns left on it. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Loads of stuff is happening right now, right? Let's check in and see what's going on. So yeah, Forbidden City got stolen. That's not nice. I was 2 turns away from it. That would have been 1 turn left. Oh, painful. Never mind, we can get Taj Mahal instead, which is a pretty decent wonder. All things being said, yeah, I'm going to plonk it over there. 3 turns on that, that's pretty good. Now, Cree. I saw Cree getting knocked down. Where are you? Over in this direction. Interesting. They've just stolen a city. I think they just stole a couple of cities from Persia. Cree have actually spawned from the remnants of the edges of the Eastern Persian Empire. No, Western Persian Empire, I should say. I love that. I need to go and have a look at that one. And Kaguna is over down in this direction. I'm seeing if I can find Scotland right now. If I could find Scotland, that would be pretty cool. I also need to go and meet Cree. As soon as I can, let's get some more tourism going. We can do it. Here's another city as well to the south. What am I going to get for defeating this barbarian encampment? Sprawling Empire and 20 gold I saw. And tech boosted scientific theory, which was university next. No, hang on, that wasn't that. It was enlightenment civic. Oh yeah, no, and I just think I just got alignment. Okay, I think it just got some stuff for me. We'll just accept that it was probably quite useful and move on because the specifics are boggling me. Whoa, someone just took Anshan from me. That gives me science for all my great works. I like that city-state. Thank you. That's a good one. And I just saw they had a quest. What do they want? They want to train a skirmisher. 600 gold. Oh, it's expensive, but I think it's worth it because I want that science back. Yeah, it's worth like 30 science per turn. It's pretty good. And there's Scotland with 24,000 gold. Now, this was, I think, the most recent spawn out of all of the AI. That is a crazy amount of gold. I am worried that the AI is programmed to basically just buy all of the great people as soon as they spawn in. Let's have a look. Merchant, profit, writer. Oh, they just went straight for a profit. Love it. It's Very interesting. Oh, it's good to see though. I like new players spawning into the game just every time. It gives us someone else to spread tourism to. And Scotland wanted horses. In fact, Scotland might want all of the basic resources. Yeah, they do. Yes. Oh, new trade routes. New trade partners immediately. Look at that. Oh, big gold. Still settling though. I finally got this city over by the coal on the west side of my continent, which is really good. Let's just quickly get a settler over. There'll be a new city over in this area. I saw a bunch of coal over in this part of the map. Look at that. Double coal spawn. There's some over there. I feel like I want to just steal all of this stuff. So yeah, that's what we're going to go for. Although I am spending a little bit of gold quickly on builders. Now that I've got 3-figure tourism, I need to make sure we have trade routes with everybody. So trade route with Rome, trade route with Persia. These are all pretty good. And here's Cree. We've no gold whatsoever. Hang on. What's happened here? Cree went through a different sort of formation, didn't they? So they're just over there. Have they just got into an immediate war with Persia? They have. I wonder if Persia were just like, no, I don't like you being there. We're going to absolutely destroy you now. They've only got one technology researched. Interesting. I think the game's messed it up. I think Cree haven't had a proper spawn in. That's a shame for everyone. Never mind. There's Da Vinci. Anyway, workshops now provide 3 culture, and I can use that twice, which is brilliant. And there's chemistry. Beautiful. You know, thinking about it, the fact that Cree are in the game but not quite spawning correctly, that's really bad for us. Because we want Cree to have a lot of domestic tourism so that we can get loads of tourists from them. Yeah, that's a problem. Maybe we're going to have to actually feed the Cree a city or two here. We'll watch for them. Yeah, maybe we can actually be their friends by supporting them through the game. Go and settle over there and give them a city. Feels like a really strange idea, but you know, that might not be a bad shout. What's in the goodie hut? Diplomatic favor. I guess that'll do. Taj Mahal, 1 era score from historic moments after this point that are worth 2 or more. This guarantees that I will be in a golden age pretty much for the rest of the game, and more importantly, it gives me a little bit of tourism. Oh look, it's an actual Taj Mahal with a full wall around it. Oh, with the Hillier Hills mod that I use, this is so rare that you see a full square around the Taj Mahal. I like that. Cosmetically, that is a win. So that was my replacement wonder because we missed out on Forbidden City. Oh, Patala Palace is an option, mate. Oh, these are really good mines, though. Okay. I don't know if I want to replace those. Electricity boosted with Da Vinci's second boost. That's, how much culture are we on now? 234 per turn. Hey, that's not bad. I need to push it a bit more, though. I could get, yeah, relics are kind of what I need today. What? Anyone got any relics for me? There's another one. That's 50 gold per turn. 1,000 gold for a relic. Oh, don't know if I like that. That seems like a lot, especially considering you've got 5,000 gold just sat around. But yeah, you know what? I do want the faith per turn. I'd like the faith per turn. That feels expensive to me, I won't lie. But what can you do? A little bit more tourism, it all helps. Egypt literally just got scientific theory of the turn before I did. Slightly worrying. How far behind the Babylonians are we still? 42 techs versus 37. Hey, I'm catching up slowly. Scotland's still ahead of me though, and I've got a little bit of a lead on everyone else. 3rd place is pretty good. I will take that. That's not bad at all. And how much are we getting from my religion now? 78 faith per turn. Uh-oh. Spire's going to... Oh, it's killed. Oh, never mind. Still like pretty good. Just getting Renaissance walls in the capital because conservation is almost there now. I've had limes in my government for so long, I probably should actually do something about it. I can't promise anything, sorry. Oh, hello. Whoa. Who are you, Portugal? Why am I at war with you? And why have you got 32,000 gold? Hang on a second. I just lost a city to Portugal. I think I might have just done. So the Portuguese Empire has entered the world. Oh, over by Scythia. Okay, Thew. I think that's because they declared war against Scythia immediately, and I'm allied to Scythia. Right, fine. And Portugal have stolen one of their cities at the same time. I love it. Oh, you love to see it. That's so much fun. Has Portugal loaded into the game properly? Yes, they have. 39 tech. So they're actually almost ahead of everyone else. Oh, they're going to be a threat. So Portugal's at war with everybody that they know right now. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to get involved in this war particularly. I don't really have any stake in it other than just sort of existing. Looks like there's one other person that's going to spawn into the game at some point, or they have, but I don't think they have just yet. So we'll just hold on to that. Nobody has met anybody that I haven't met. So we've got a latecomer to the game at some point. That's fine. Yeah, I tell you what, Portugal's just come in. They've got themselves a profit. They bought 2 engineers. Yeah, like we cannot guarantee we're going to get any great people because as soon as people spawn in, they just gold purchase them to high heaven. Madness. You know, I'm not entirely sure why, but in this game mode, districts are cheaper than they should be. Like, it doesn't make any sense. A campus is 170 production and this city has 23, but it seems to be able to build fairly quickly. That says 6 turns now, so I think it sorts itself out. I think for whatever reason, it's not calculating the turns properly on districts on the actual selection. Odd. Very odd. I'm hand building Watts. I know I'm hand building Watts and you should just be faith purchasing them. I appreciate that, but what I have found is that my faith is better spent on settlers, which is what I've been doing. That's why I'm on 19 cities rather than having lots of Watts. I heard the comments. What are you doing? Haha. Ha ha ha. There is flight. The minimal culture I have on the map from tourist improvements is, well, it gives me tourists now. I can get aerodromes. That means I can get planes. Planes means I can go to war. Mwaha. Portugal have the nerve to spawn in and steal Geneva from me. I'm like, no, don't do that. I need you to give me 3 era score and possibly to be able to levy an army. Nope, they have 0 gold. I think all that army died. Never mind. Well, now that I've got flight, I want to go for advanced flight. See if we've got aluminium first. That could be a very good thing. Oh, the barbarians aren't home. Okay, well, I guess I get something. Another recon. Hey, one skirmisher becomes 2. They're just sort of reproducing. I like it. Is that how skirmishers get made? Eventually, they just eat so much that they get fat and divide into 2 equal and perfectly identical skirmishers? Who knows? Oh, somebody, okay, Ethiopia is just saying that they are now following my religion. Sometimes that means that it's like their religion had taken back off and it's fighting with me, but no, doesn't mean that at all. Conservation, right, I'm getting tourism from walls now, which is brilliant, but Egypt is still getting far too much culture per turn. As building monuments, getting art museums, yeah, Egypt's culture is too much. I'm thinking at one point, I might have to declare war on them. I mean, I'm not too sad about that, to be honest. I absolutely could. It would be rather entertaining to do so. So conservation means that I can put national parks down now, which is pretty exciting. I haven't really been looking for them at all. Luckily, I have a good lens to tell me if there are any in my empire. I don't think there will be because I haven't got a huge amount of land, but I've been improving quite a bit of it. But there are definitely areas of my land which could easily get them down, like this area around here. Thinking about it, actually, that wouldn't be a bad shout. Let's just quickly get that naturalist. Just buy the tile like so. Bam, yeah, that would easily be a good park. That'll give me a little bit more tourism and I can push on from there. Well, now that I'm building walls and I have conservation, I'm going to get myself opera and ballet for 2 envoys more. Just keeping an eye on great works as well. I've already got 2 of my pieces of art down, but I'm just watching as all of the great works of art are just being bought up like crazy by Portugal. We've got merchant and writer this time, but yeah, they're gold. Still 27,000 of it. It's lasting them quite well. First national park, I believe it's probably the world's first as well. 5 era score, it certainly was. Let's have a look and see how much it gives me. 16 tourism per turn. Hey, that's 10% of my entire tourism. Lovely stuff. It's going to be difficult to get these down. What I might have to start doing is looking for preserves, looking for things that I can plop together, mountain ranges that I can work into one large thing. There's options around where I am, but I've got to definitely build differently. Or go and find new continents that have lots of land which are unimproved that could easily be parked. Like over here, for instance, there's a ton of space. Yeah, actually, to be fair, I might just remove this, get myself another park on my island down there. So it's just the extra tourism. It works well. Who's this? Singapore. Lovely. There's radio. Do I have any aluminium? I don't think I do. Oh, no. No. I'm going to have to go and settle for it, I think. We got lots of coal, so I did get a little bit lucky. Oh, it's all over in the deserts by Babylon. Fair enough. Some on little random islands. Hattusa's got some. Okay, so I'll get that in. That's fine. Lots by Hunza. Rome's got quite a bit. Oh, that's by the coast. Actually, you know what? Right, this is good. This is somewhere I was thinking about going to settle anyway, so that's a wonderful thing. I reckon we can get access to like 2 or 3 sources of it. This is a good... Yeah, I'm going to have to send out my settlers from this city, which is a bit of a pain because it's going to lose population, but never mind. Well, as I look for aluminium, I'm just going to pick up computers quickly to get the extra tourism. And the early game tourism I get will always help. Oh yeah, look, I'm actually starting to pick up a tourist with the Mayans, for instance, now every 12 turns, which is good, but Egypt are getting a 1.7 domestic tourists every turn, so yeah, they're making it increasingly difficult. We just need to up our tourism considerably now. Oh, Yosemite. Oh, look, Cree have got all the good stuff around here. I think Cree are going to survive fine. Shall I do Bolshoi Theatre in my capital? I absolutely think so. I quite like that one because it gives me a good chunk of extra culture, which is lovely. It's all about the adjacency of the theatre square anyway, which was already on 6, but it'll go to 8, boosted by Vilnius to 12. It'll go up more from there. It's looking very nice. We've got Renaissance walls popping up now. We've got tourism of almost 200 per turn. That is lovely stuff. More great works of writing. This is fine. We've got 200 tourism per turn now. Let's have a look at this. You can see we're up to almost 300 per turn with people that we have decent trade routes and open borders and things with. So it's already starting to work nicely. We need to meet this unmet player. Yeah, I'm hoping they spawn into the game. I need to make peace with Portugal soon. Trade routes with Rome and Scotland. Those would be very helpful as well. Do they exist? Can I do them? What about Rome to start with? Nope. And Scotland? Nope. So what we're going to have to do is settle way nearer them. Rome is over in this direction and Scotland is to the south. So I think just if we keep settling along in this direction, look at how much of the map is currently uninhabited. Oh, it's so tempting. Barbarian outpost is giving me exploration. Okay, it's actually just finding and killing barbarians late into the game is still proving to be quite useful, actually. That's it. Trade routes with the world. There's one with Ethiopia, and I just need one with the Mayans now. There we go. That's 5 nations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6 nations traded with. Perfect. It's all more tourism. Just keep it ticking along. Portugal, do you want to make peace? Oh, they do. Fine, right. We can actually ignore the fact that we were at war. I reckon we can be pretty fast friends. Look at that. Already got the embassy. Already the open borders. Yeah, no, we're going to be great friends. It's all good. Here we go. Another settlement. This time to pick up the aluminium. And I can use Valletta to pray in walls to get rid of this dodgy scout. Get out of my pub. We'll pick up the aluminium in a second. But I can very quickly, actually, next turn, get another settler and go and get this aluminium. It's by far the most expensive resource in the game. Having a monopoly of it is going to make me very wealthy indeed. Oh, and don't think that I had forgotten about the best bit of the game. That's right, Civ 6 Railway Simulator begins! We are getting the railways down. What I'm primarily doing is I've set up a bit of a settler hub in Sipar. 85 production, a good encampment. We'll get that going once I get a few more military city-states. If I get Kabul, then I'm getting 15% towards settlers anyway. I'm going to use my military engineers to actually build a railway over to the coast so I can actually go and start settling these islands. We've got a lot of settling to do on the map still. I've got 22 cities. I said I wanted to get to about 25 in this age, about 30 maybe. So we've got a little bit left to do, 20 something turns to do it, but yeah, should be fine. Reinforced materials in Liang though, I actually remembered eventually to protect this city from a volcano. There's actually not much of a volcano to destroy, so it's not going to be super useful, but it's mainly knowing that it's there to make myself feel better about the fact that I live under a volcano. It's a simple life, but it's an effective one. James Watt, factories provide to production, but it instantly builds a factory and a workshop in the district. Interesting. There's a couple of cities that don't have that sort of thing. We'll just work it between those, but I like the fact that factories give more production. That's quite nice. Renaissance walls also springing up now, 251 tourism per turn. Computers is going to push that above 300, and then we're going to start to get some decent tourism. Yeah, Egypt though, 215 culture, so that is more than 2 domestic tourists every turn, and I'm not picking up 2 tourists per turn from everyone else. Nowhere close. Kind of getting like 1 and a bit at the moment. I'm getting on average about 250 to 300, call it 300 tourism per turn. Times by 11 is just over 3,300. So yeah, we're not getting tourists as fast as Egypt is producing them at the moment. So well worth keeping an eye on. Whoa! I just had I was a little scout just having, a skirmisher I should say, just exploring the northern parts of the world. A city flips right next to it and line inventory appears and just kills it in one. Harsh. Very harsh. Anyway, computers, 322 tourism per turn. That's better. I feel like that's a little bit more now, and we can be slightly happier with where we're at. It's almost as much tourism I need per turn. I'm waiting for that last player to spawn, though. We're up to 1000 AD. I reckon it's America. I think America is one of the later ones. Actually, no, I guess there are a few. There's Brazil. It's one of the later civs. Australia, I think, is quite late into the game. Interesting. Hang on. Whoa. Egypt, are you running theatre square festivals? Oh, you absolute chump. What are you doing? Stop stealing the artists from me. Actually, I don't really mind. I'll just end up buying it all from Egypt, but still, it's just like, don't do that. Ugh. Just annoying. There's an amphitheater. Can I get that piece of, where is it? There was a 4-4. Oh, it's expensive. They really don't want to sell it to me. Fine. Honestly, I'm 50-50 right now with Egypt as to whether or not I'm going to wait and buy their stuff later into the game, or if I'm just going to send over bombers to rescue all the culture from them. I'm 50-50 on it. I really am. Okay, voting time. I'm going to vote no to profits again because everyone likes doing that. And I'd like it if my religion was stronger, just in case I need to spread it about even more. I don't think people will really care at all what's going on there because religion is really not anything that anyone's doing. Double Great Merchant. Okay, I did get the religion stronger thing. How religion's going? Nope, nobody has spread another religion. Right now, my iterant preachers are doing a fabulous job. I've got 62 cities. I haven't done anything with it, really. It's 100 science per turn I'm getting at the moment from my religion. Crazy. Big numbers, and I don't mind those at all. I'm actually just realizing that I can do a trade route with Portugal, I believe. Yeah, there it is. It's only 3 gold, but it doesn't matter. It's the tourism I'm after. Oh, and there is an annoying barbarian caravel, which is just blocking my path here. I don't like that at all. Could we just not? You're just going to pillage everything in my harbour, I can tell already. Luckily for me, I can do a little bit of trading, and I think I can get an ironclad shaped surprise to appear right in front of you. Where is the ironclad option? Nope, I need more gold. Oh my lord, I'm going to have to just sell everything. Everything must go. There we go, ironclad. Bam. Steel, ready to go. Yeah, we can just knock this caravel out. I want to start settling, I say. Bolshoi ballet is being performed right next to the elephants. Of course it is. That happens in every civilization, right? It's just totally naturally occurring. Oh, look at this. This is a perfect space. I think this is a space for writing and music from memory, as well as 2-3 civics. Scorched Earth, Exploration. Exploration was a total waste of time, but Scorched Earth was actually pretty good. Oh, so this is the thing. Do I make a new alliance? If I make a new alliance, I will trigger a betrayal emergency. So I really don't want to. If I were to knock Egypt out of the game, it would be Rome who would be domestic tourist leader. I want to keep the option available to me, so what I'm going to do is open borders them, but I don't want to friend Egypt. I feel like being friends with them is a mistake, and I will regret it later. Oh, Hermitage can still be built. I just plonk it down. Yep, we're still +5 amenities. It's all good. Water parks are being finished around the nation, which is lovely. We get coal power plants. I'm generating quite a bit of CO2 now. It's not a good thing. But, you know, we can bury our heads in the sand and pretend we're not doing it. That's what I say. I'm also going to swap invention for frescoes, because I'm more interested in artist points than I am in engineers at the moment. Yes, Eiffel would be really good, but yeah, just picking up some of these artists. Let's get as many as we can. Oh, Babylon are on 50 techs now. Blimey, they're doing good. I've seen inventory running around at some point, so they've got oil. They're doing pretty good. Let's get Ferris wheels. We've got lots of water park buildings being put up now. I think I'm just about keeping my cities happy. Just about being the absolute phrase here. Wow, we've really managed to get a few theatre squares down in the last few turns. A turn 165 now. We're above 400 science and culture and faith and gold. We just need to get the tourism up above that, and we've got 400 all round. The quintuple 500, I would call that. I don't know if that's a thing. I made that up. So as my settler voyages into the western seas out into this huge network of islands that nobody settled on until, I guess, Indonesia pops into the game later on, that would be slightly worrying. I have to decide where I'm going to settle. Now, there's a bunch of coal down on this little frozen cap, but I've got a lot of coal coming in per turn at the moment, about 30. No one's buying it anymore. I have saturated the market. Aluminium on this desert island, aluminium is still the most valuable resource on the map by some distance. I am tempted to to push my settler as far west as I can. What I might see if I can do is actually settle on this continent. Now this will do me a good benefit of being able to send a naval trade route down to Scotland and then also trade with Rome. They are two of the final civs that I haven't got trade routes with. So that is very much on my agenda. Cree, I also don't have a trade route with at the moment. I need to unlock just this little bit of the map there. Then I can send a trade route there. I don't have any naval... I mean, actually, to be fair, my ironclad could make a little stop off to go and see that. Cree don't really have many domestic tourists, but they are slowly making them, which is good to see. I can't believe they gave the Cree such a low amount of tech. It's so harsh. They're on 7 techs, but the fact that they've survived against Persia this long, like, I am impressed and I love it. I think they are doing the most brilliant job. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to move my settler across. We're going to go and settle on this continent. I think I'm going to get more benefit from trading than I am with trying to get any decent location. It's all about tourism now. What's in this one? An envoy in a tribal hut. Lovely. I have Kilwer in mind. I've got a 15% science bonus. I've got 15% on production of military and civilian units. I've got faith at 15%. I don't have production on buildings and I don't have culture. So let's remedy that with Singapore. That is 2 extra production per trade route to a foreign nation. Now, luckily for me, I've got a bunch of trade routes going from my capital, so that would have just given it a huge amount of extra production. Oh yeah, that was like worth 40 production or so. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think I might have just made that up a little bit. It's just recalculated, but that's looking really nice now. I mean, if I can pick up a culture city-state soon, that would be great. Although they're very well protected, so culture may be the most difficult one for me to get. Never mind. In that case, I'm just going to plonk 2 down in Kaguna just to give myself 2 culture on every art museum. It all helps. Just keeps the yields as high as possible. So with advanced flight, I have the ability to bomb Egypt into oblivion if I need or want to. I feel like I'm going to hang on to that. That's a very useful thing for me indeed. I'm going to just boost now to rifling. The one I want to keep an eye on is synthetic materials and biosphere. I don't know if I'm going to need a biosphere rush this game, but it is Deity++, and Egypt's culture is getting worryingly high right now. I think I am finally generating more tourists per turn than Egypt is generating domestic, so I'm starting to catch up. But it's very slow and it's very gradual. I'm going to have to just keep boosting this as much as I can. The other thing I can't afford to do, which is really unfortunate, is dip into a tier 3 government. Now at the moment, I am receiving no penalty with any civilization for being a different government. And that is because nobody is outside of tier 2. Once people go above tier 2, it gets a bit more problematic. If I go to tier 3, then I start getting minus 20% penalties with anybody that isn't in my government. So yeah, unfortunately, you very rarely can get a good government when going for a culture victory, which I always find a little bit frustrating. But never mind, it is what it is. Oh my lord, we are doing well here. Something has been pillaging my coast. I have lost so many improvements on the coast. This is annoying. What is pillaging me? It's going to be a barbarian submarine or naval raider of some kind, maybe a privateer. I don't know what it is, but it needs to get lost. I'm not happy about it. Hang on, where's my boat? Oh, I was going to use you to explore, but you need to come back and fix whatever's going on here. This is annoying. Yeah, my theatre squad was just pillaged, so whatever is here, that was recent. That just happened. A Roman spy was captured in the city of Sippur. What were you doing there? Where even is that city? Over here. What were you doing? Oh, I bet I don't have a campus here, so I think you were trying to shut down an industrial zone, weren't you, Rome? That's naughty. Don't like that. We don't like that at all. That is a big old hurricane that looks like it's sort of coming towards me. I could have won that aid request, but I would have had to have given about 1,000 gold to win it. I decided that it was better to buy my great works of writing with them. But there is some music. Now, music is quite exciting, because I actually have a Bolshoi and I believe I have a domestic broadcast center, so that's looking good as well. Perfect. We've got space. We've got space for everything. It's all starting to get into a nice swing now, which is lovely. Any more writing on the market? Oh yeah, any work I can buy from Egypt is a good work, because this reduces their domestic tourism as it increases my offensive tourism, so that's beautiful. Another sneaky little city on this continent. Again, I might be able to start trading from the other direction, but this is basically just to monopolize another source of aluminium, as well as settling near Mount Everest. Beautiful. Do I need to do it? No, absolutely not, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's fun. There's a nice +4. There's a +5 holy site over there, but I'm going to use the +4 just purely because I can't bother to spend the money to buy the other tile. I am nothing if not a cheapskate. Also, look, my rail network is starting to grow. I'll show you that in a second. I'm not ready to show you. It's not finished. Oh, I just got metal casting from another tribal village. Goodness me, I'm getting a lot of stuff, and there are still tribal huts all over the map. This is one of the fun things about the civilization spawning in sort of slowly through the course of the game, is that, yeah, there's still stuff to explore really late into the game. This is the closest I've ever actually played Civ, where it's felt like there's a world to go and colonize. You've got advanced starts, and then you've got longer games, and then you've got to go and explore the map, and there's loads of space. Like, I've really enjoyed this. You bet I'm going to play this game mode again. It's been interesting playing a game from the absolute start. I would love to play a game from much later into the game. Or could you imagine picking up someone like America or Australia or Canada or Brazil, one of the later starts? Oh, that could be fun. The game even still be going. Who knows? So it's worth checking. This rail network is almost there. I'm just sort of connecting that a little bit up. Oh, I found it accidentally. Aha! I totally stumbled into that one without meaning to. Perfect. Okay, hang on. I think I can probably increase my defense of my cities if I've got enough. I really don't have anything that's giving me range strength. That's pretty embarrassing. All right, well, we'll just watch and see what happens to that unit. In fact, I might be able to just tempt it into staying by putting my builder there you go. Oh, aluminium is worth so much money. 24 gold per turn to the Mayans. They are desperate for it. Good, it's good. I've just generated about 1,700 gold just selling a load of stuff there, which is brilliant. And that's an expensive great work. 1,200 gold, but that is a 4/4 work of writing. I want that. In fact, actually, I think I've just run out of space. Not to worry. I do know that I've got a bunch of theatre squares in random places that haven't got amphitheatres. So there's one, for instance. I can just kind of shift things around a little bit now. See what's back on the market. Rome will sell me some stuff still. That's good. Just keep picking that up. I think that's pushed my tourism above 400, which is lovely because it means that it should push it above 600 once I get all of my multipliers going. I need to have a look at merchants though. I've got 16 merchant points coming in per turn. It's pretty decent. It's industrial era, but I would like Sarah Breedlove in the modern era, and I would love Melita because both of these give 25% extra tourism rate on trade routes, which is something you cannot look over. It's so good. Tourism victories and culture victories is so rarely about the actual tourism per turn you generate. It's all about the multipliers you get when you look at these screens. The multipliers do so much more for you. Yep. Oh, okay, right. So it moved, but did you see the unit just moved its way down south? I actually managed to keep an eye on that one, which is really good. My military alliance with Scythia has just triggered, so I can see a little bit more to the north of the map. That's great. Let's hunt down this boat. I'm just going to have to use some of my movement, annoyingly, to go get my builder back, but that worked. They were tempted into it, and look, there we go. It went for some health. We've trapped it. That is the pillaging boat taken care of. Oh, that's good. It was doing so much damage to me. Like, it was really annoying. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Dayboy91, Sean Cretes, Portland, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalek, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Rom 88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Bear Ray, El Truand, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Shoelace, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Clint Hennes, Dr. Bobby. Thank you all for your support and for everyone for watching. See you all next time. Goodbye.